Today's video is for anyone out there who is looking to live the maximum time allowed as a human with maximum strength, vitality, and mental clarity. And it is dedicated to longevity. I'm going to begin a Sunday series where we talk about new things that are being discovered and old things that are being re-understood that help us to maximize our chances at achieving longevity. And this is somewhat inspired by my good friend Andre, who has been for years attempting to crack the Methuselah code. And I believe that a lot of it has to do with us just understanding things in a different way and applying these new understandings to our lives. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of thoughts on this from a lecture I give on longevity vitamins and minerals. This concept that there are vitamins out there that are not necessarily something that if you don't have them for a few days or a few weeks that you notice it, but if you don't have them for decades, it starts to show up in other ways. And so I want to introduce you to this idea of what's called triage theory. Bruce Ames, biochemist, said that there's an old theory of aging that there are trade-offs between reproduction and the maintenance of the body. And why is that interesting? Because if you don't have enough nutrients to satisfy both, then in effect, we're accelerating aging. We're moving towards that more rapidly. Let me go just a little bit deeper into this to give you a little more details on what we're looking at here. So I'm going to make this bigger so you can all see it. The triage theory, he said we can confidently claim that 41 vitamins and minerals can ensure healthy aging because of triage theory. It's a hypothesis he described in a 2006 study. It states that when the body runs low on certain minerals or vitamins, it's forced to make a decision about how to use its meager supply. Why would you put your body in that position when you know better? Should it be used to fix immediate issues, or should it be used to keep up everything else running smoothly? Ames believes that if the body is always well supplied, which is our goal and the whole purpose of this YouTube channel is to help you always be well supplied, it should never have to make that choice. Take magnesium, for example. It says here, if a person is deficient, the body might funnel its remaining stores into fixing a problem like a cramp, which can be caused by magnesium deficiency. But by doing this, the body isn't using magnesium to help fight other less immediate issues like DNA damage, which causes cells to age and die in the longer term. Now, I specifically was sharing this in the perspective of understanding how to keep our brains as sharp as possible for as long as possible. I'm overly aware of the progression of these diseases of cognitive decline like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia. And I want to equip all of you out there with as much information as possible to be able to reduce your chances of having to encounter and suffer that in the future, because time is brain. For stroke patients, there is a 4.5-hour window from the onset of symptoms until the clotbuster must be injected. Luckily, fortunately, when it comes to our brain, the window is literally decades long. So we want to start doing the things that we can now so that we don't have to play catch up when it starts to become a problem. Because the whole idea of vitamins in the first place was it was originally termed vitamins in the 18th and 19th century, when it was noted that certain diseases were there because of a nutritional deficiency. So we're looking at things like vitamin A. If you don't have that, you start to develop night blindness. If you don't have vitamin C, you start to get scurvy. If you don't have vitamin D, you get rickets. So they recognize that these diseases were the result of just not having enough of these nutrients. And what we want to start thinking about is what diseases that are happening later in life are actually just the result of not having these nutritional pieces long term. And one of the best ways we can make sure we're getting that, of course, is eating whole foods. Whole foods are going to provide us with so much. And I'm going to be providing this channel with so many different options and easy ways to integrate these foods into your life as we go forward. But if I can give you one thing, just make sure you're eating actual whole foods that are not overcooked, that aren't refined or processed, and you're going to be well on your way. Now, there's a lot more for us to learn about specific nutrients like lithium and ergothioneine and things that I talk a lot about. And I'm going to continue to give you more and more resources to integrate those into your life as well. But let's just start with this concept and understanding that the better we can satisfy all those needs, the better we can have the best option to maximize this life, not just in years, but also in vitality, mental clarity, strength, energy, all of those things. And because this video is going live on May the 4th, I have to be reminded that those that go for that have a fifth on the 4th may not go forth on the 5th. Easy for anybody to say. And I'm actually just putting that here on the end to see if anybody's watching this far into the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. May your day be filled with great things and foods that are full of nutrients and more ideas and knowledge that will help continue to keep you as the best version of yourself. Enjoy the day.